Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls, Golden What If, whatever you want to call me. Back at it with a new what if, and that is what if Tanjiro was a Uchiha, and it's a movie. And so we gonna be here a little bit. So I hope all y'all can get some popcorn, get a drink, hang out, and just chill. And I want to give a quick little shout out to my boy Lettuce What Ifs for making my thumbnail. Appreciate the dude, much love to him. But I'm not gonna waste any more of your time. Let's just get right into it because we got a lot to do. One day, there was a clan in the distant universe who was being oppressed and threatened to revolt against their oppressors, leading them to being slaughtered by one of their own. Their red eyes and blood poured, the clan was eliminated, until there was a house with a mom and dad that surrounded a crib, protecting their child from a masked man. Please don't kill our child. I just want him to live. I beg you. Live, you say? I guess that could be arranged. Kamui! The child disappears, and as the child warps away, you can hear screams and slashes come from the house the child once was in. Popping up in a snowy area, the child begins to cry, until found by a woman who is accompanied by a man with a scar on his face. As time goes by, the child is raised by this family, and all he wants to do is help. And his name is Tanjiro. One day, Tanjiro, before he goes out on another coal selling run, forgot to grab the right basket, and begins to overhear what his mother is saying. I just don't know, I mean, should I tell him? But he's like one of my own. Tanjiro may not be blood, but Tanjiro hears this and just is completely distraught. What do you mean I'm not blood? Honey, no, when were you going to tell me this? Please, honey, calm down. No, I'm not gonna calm down, or should I even call you that? Tanjiro, full of anger, just storms out down the mountain to sell the coal, contemplating basically his whole life. What does this mean? Like, who am I? Where do I even come from? After he sells the coal, he begins to head up the hill, but is stopped by an old man telling him that demons come out at night, and he should rest until the morning. Agreeing, he does so, and then sets off that next morning. Getting a very eerie feeling about something on his way up the mountain, coming up to his home, he sees blood everywhere. His whole family now dead, except for his little sister Nezuko, who seems to have some life within her. And then out of nowhere, out came a demon. But no ordinary demon. He seemed calm but powerful. Smart but insane at the same time. I am Muzan Kaputachi. I know who you are, Tanjiro. You will search for me, and you are the key to me taking over this infested world. Tanjiro, out of sheer sadness and hatred, unlocks his one Tomoe Sharingan and goes to strike him, but the demon just disappears. Tanjiro, realizing that Nezuko is still alive, picks her up and begins just to run her out of there as fast as he can. Down the mountain, down the mountain, down the mountain. Don't focus on your breathing. You're not tired. Ignore it. You need to save Nezuko. Out of nowhere, she turns on him and tries to kill him, until a demon slayer by the name of Tomioka saves him. About to kill Nezuko, he begs him not to do so. Please, don't kill my sister. Tomioka looks at Tanjiro and sees his eyes. Those eyes. Is he? No, I can't be. Tomioka decides to just knock out Nezuko, seeing that she seems different than these other demons, and tells Tanjiro that he needs to go to the mountains to see his old master, Urokodaki. He begins to head up there, and on the road over there, as the sun sets and The nighttime comes. He runs into a demon who's right inside of a house, just devouring this family. Turning around, the demon attacks Tanjiro, but Tanjiro is able to outmaneuver and outsmart the demon through his use of his Sharingan, defeating the demon. And then eventually, an old man comes with a mask. It's Urokodaki. Urokodaki tells him that he will train him in the makings of a great demon slayer. Tanjiro, after a year of hard work, of honing his skills and like just working on his physique, his skills, his fighting techniques, everything, he's ready for the final test. Sitting next to Nezuko, he's telling her while she sleeps, "I will bring you back to the human world. Blood or not, you are my sister." Tanjiro then asks Urokodaki about this man, a man by the name of Muzan Kaputsuchi. What is he? Urokodaki tells him, that man, not even a man, he's basically the king of the demons, I guess you could say. The fact that he just outright said he wants you is cause for concern in itself. Be careful, Tanjiro. After more training, he is given the task of slicing a massive boulder, in which he seemingly does with ease. After this time, his Sharingan has developed into a 2 Tomoe Sharingan. And just through his sheer training, he's way stronger than he was in canon. With his final goodbyes, he begins to head to the final selection exam. When he gets there, there's 2 girls that explain basically the whole group the goal of the exam. The goal of the exam is to survive various demons that lay within the forest beyond the cherry blossoms, and survive until the sun comes back up. Then all the future demon slayers set off. Tanjiro just defeats a couple demons, interrogating them on who this Muzan is, but no luck at all. He basically beats them and grabs them and looks at them dead in their eyes and asks them who Muzan Kaputsuchi is, and they just seem to just tremble in the name. After a few defeats of these demons, or deaths of the demons, he hears these massive footsteps. Doosh, doosh, doosh. He turns and sees this massive hand demon. "Kid, time to die!" Hearing this voice, Tanjiro sees this other future demon slayer, I guess, running away from it. Tanjiro walks over and just stares directly into the demon's eyes with his Sharingan. "Now what are you, Mr. Demon?" The demon just is shocked and put into a trance of fear, realizes who this kid is. This is the person Muzan spoke of. Without a second thought, Tanjiro kills the demon with first form, water surface slash. And while the demon passed, Tanjiro looked into the demon's mind and found nothing truly of use, hoping to find something about Muzan Kaputsuchi, but isn't able to find anything. Making it to the final, the end of the final selection, Tanjiro hears a voice in his head. "Hello, young Tanjiro." "What? Who are you?" "I am Madara Uchiha." "Well, the essence of him at least. To tell you some important details about your power you hold. You currently possess the 3 Tomoe Sharingan, which is quite impressive. Seems you just gained that power now. But you are also missing much more than just that. You will gain all of it throughout your journey. This is all for now." Tanjiro just wonders if this person is some sort of demon that has this control over his mind, or what is it. But he decides to just think on the words that basically this Madara Uchiha guy spoke. After making the swift choice of the ore for his sword, he heads back down to see Urokodaki. But after seeing his sister awake at last, they both hug, and Tanjiro begins to talk to Urokodaki about the next steps he needs to take. Sending the ore off to make his sword and doing some soul searching, you could say, through a lot of meditation, he begins to learn more about this power he possesses and what this Madara Uchiha guy was talking about. He basically thinks to himself that this Sharingan, I'm not at its limits, nowhere near at its limits, but how am I even supposed to get to that? Is that what this Muzan guy was talking about? That I'm gonna be beneficial to him? As his sword comes, he decides to go off with Nezuko in the box that Kodaki gave him. Listen to this first mission, and he listened to the first mission from his bird crow, you know? And heading over to the town where many women have gone missing, thinking that this may be time for him to get some more information about this Muzan guy. When he gets there, he sees a man getting beat senseless by an older gentleman. He runs over to stop him, and they explain that his daughter was taken by a demon while this guy was out with her. Tanjiro then takes the man to explain as much as he knows. The man tells him that the demon took his wife. But she was right next to me. Then poof, gone. I don't know what happened to her. As the night approaches, Tanjiro uses a Sharingan to look around the area until he sees the swamp demon pop out of the ground, grabbing the demon with light speed and throwing out the wall. Muzan Kaputachi, tell me about him. The demon in pure fear refuses to say a word. Useless, tell me what you know. You're him. Masters talked about you, but what? I didn't think I would ever run into you, ever. Tanjiro puts the swamp demon in a genjutsu. Look, all you want to know is who this guy is. All I want to know is who this guy is. Is he the king or something? All powerful? Where am I? I can't tell you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry too. Now rest easy. Tanjiro then slices his head off, watching him dissolve into nothingness. As quick as Tanjiro succeeded in his mission, the next mission was awaiting him. The city, huh? Alright, I guess let's go there. Making it to the city at night, he lets Nezuko outside the box because of it being nighttime at this point. And he begins to eat some food until he sees something very odd in the distance. And he gets this weird, eerie feeling about it. Casually, he activates his Sharingan to see who it is. It's him. The person that killed my family. The person... Tanjiro begins to run. And run. And run without stopping. When he gets to him. A family. What is this? I know it's him. I know. Grabbing him by the shoulder, he turns him around and activates a genjutsu. Basically around Muzan with his Sharingan. You're him, aren't you? What are you talking about, kid? Cut it. You're in a genjutsu. Let's just say no one can hear you right now. Except for me. Smart kid. Well, yeah, it's me. And I know exactly who you are. Tanjiro with the red dotted eyes. No demon, but has red eyes. You should be thanking me. I gave those to you. Well, indirectly at least. What do you mean? What do you want with me, Muzan? Nothing really, kid. I just need you to be stronger. Stronger? Why? I need you to help me take over this world. To make it whole. Why would I do that? Because I can save your silly sister. Human once again. How? How would you be able to do that? No. Not yet. Can't tell you quite yet. But soon. Now, do you want to let me go? Or try and kill me and never get your sister back? Damn it! Fine. Tanjiro then releases the genjutsu. Have a nice day, sir. Your daughter, she is so cute. Thanks, young man. They both stare at each other with... Muzan with kind of like a smirk, and Tanjiro with this disgusted look. Tanjiro then walks away. And after some investigation, he actually meets Yoshiro, Yoshiro? I think it's Yoshiro, and Tamayao. And they begin talking about what's going on and a possible cure. And Tanjiro basically tells him about his run-in with Muzan. And they are basically just shocked. They're like, you had a run-in with Muzan and you're alive? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. And they're like, are you sure? Like, you could have easily been followed. And he cuts him off. He's like, trust me, there's no way I was followed. I don't think he wants me quite dead. How would you know that? I can't tell you that right now. But whatever you can figure out for this whole cure thing, I'd love to be of assistance. He basically learns about this possible cure. He then leaves and begins on his next mission. Something about a mansion, for say. On the way there, he enters back into his mind. So, the guy needs power, which in turn he needs you. What do you want now? I'm just here to guide you down the right path, my child. Nothing more, nothing less. If you want power, if you want strength, you will listen to me. Madara Uchiha, right? I don't even know who you are. No need for formalities. Call me Madara. Whatever. Of course I need power, so I can get my sister to become human again. At least that's what it seems like I'm gonna need. Well, maybe it will happen, young Tanjiro. Or maybe Muzan will get exactly what he wants. What does that mean? The voice in his head goes silent. Whatever, man. Walking down the road, he sees a young boy that is just begging for this girl to marry him before he dies. Please, I don't want to die alone. I don't want to. Please, marry me right now. You never know. The next time I have a run-in with a demon, I might die. Grabbing the kid, Tanjiro tells him to cut it. Like, just cut it out, man. Like, what are you doing? You're a demon slayer, right? Yeah, and that's why I need the love of a female before I die. You sound ridiculous, man. Cut it out. Come on. Like, what? And then Tanjiro's like, come on, man. Like, what's your name? Zenitsu. Come, Zenitsu. I got a mission, and you're coming with me. Wait, why? Why do you want me to get away from her? Dude, you literally just answered your own question. You're coming with me because I want you to get away from her. As they make it to the mansion, they see two children scared in front of the forest. Until a kid comes flying out of the mansion, presumably dead. But it seems suspicious, like the kid's not exactly there. They proceed in until Tanjiro finds a demon who is controlling the area. Yo, demon, I have some questions to ask you. Being ignored, Tanjiro says again, Demon, hello? Then out of nowhere, this guy with a boar head comes busting in through the roof. Stupid demon, I'ma kill you! Who is this kid? Tanjiro says, as the boar head takes a swing at Tanjiro. Yo, what the heck are you doing? What are you doing? That is my prey! As the demon hits his drum, sending the kid out of the room. Oh my god. Like, who was that kid? Oh great, he's gone. Such a bummer. Whatever. Demon, listen. I'm not going to ask again. I just want to ask a question. Fine, silence is fine. I guess I'll be sending you back to the afterlife. Activating his 3 Tomoe Sharingan, he charges at the demon. The room begins to shift like crazy. Oh, so this is what you can do. Very interesting. Sucks that it really doesn't matter. You already lost. The demon turns. What do you mean, kid? Got you now. You lost. Tanjiro basically baited the demon into turning to him. Locking eyes with him, just ending the fight in an instant. Placing a genjutsu on the demon, making it basically seem as if the fight, like the demon was winning the fight. Tanjiro basically just walks up to him and calms his breath. Water breathing, 7th form, piercing raindrop. With that, he releases the genjutsu and stares at the demon while he's dying. Listen, so this Muzan guy, you know him, right? Why would he want me? A random kid. He said, my eyes, but I've never been a fan myself. Can you enlighten me? The demon, just struck in fear, just looks into his eyes and mutters, the red spotted eyes, will. And then he dies. Well, maybe I should have waited to kill him, huh? That's fine. He basically, after this, he walks out and sees Zenitsu getting beat down by a kid with a boar mask. Breaking up the fight, he asks, like, what the heck is going on? What happened? Zenitsu basically explains that Inosuke wanted to hurt your box, and you've been protecting it with all your might and strength, so I thought it must have been important. It doesn't matter what's in it. Tanjiro, like, basically realizes that Zenitsu is this, like, a great person, grabs Zenitsu, tossing him back, and kicks Inosuke, knocking him out. Like, just knocking him out cold. Thank you, Zenitsu. As they waited for Inosuke to wake up, Tanjiro begins to think about what the voice in his head said. Power, huh? How could I even go about getting true power? Inosuke wakes up and he is pissed. He's furious with what just happened, and he decides, like, I'm gonna mess you guys up, like, blah 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 blah. And Tanjiro just looks at him as like, look man, stop. I'm not gonna do this. Like, I'm over it. Like, we're not gonna fight. So they basically, after a lot of convincing, they convinced Inosuke to basically go along with them. They head to this old lady's like abode, you know, her place, and basically gives them enough time to take a breather and rest. And they begin talking about their journey. Zenitsu explains to them that he wants a female, like a girlfriend, a companion so bad because he just doesn't want to die alone, and he feels like he will. His master always told him that if he trains hard that he'll be strong, but he just doesn't feel like he's up to par. And Inosuke, being Inosuke, doesn't really say much. He's kind of just like, oh yeah, like, I just want to beat the best people. I just want to defeat everybody. I want to kill all the demons, like. And then Tanjiro explains to him, to them too, that he was basically adopted, or at least that's what he knows. And he basically starts explaining that my eyes, and he flashes his eyes for a second. I don't know where they came from, but what it seems to be is this sort of fear factor, I guess, toward the demons. I don't know how to explain it, but when I use them, I can put people under, like, some sort of trance, or this area that I kind of deemed it called a genjutsu. And I'm not exactly sure the limits of my eyes, but it basically helps me analyze a fight a lot quicker than normal. So while someone could be moving really fast, but I can still track their movements with my eyes, even if my body is far behind their speed. Inosuke and Zenitsu are just stunned. They're like, whoa, are you serious? And Inosuke, I can definitely see Inosuke being like, oh, like, let's fight. Like, I want to fight now. Like, I need to see this. I need to see this. But Tanjiro kind of shuts it down and goes, no, it's not the time. They basically take this time to eat, rest up, and get ready for their next mission. They wake up, and toward the end of that day, They're about to leave. The granny or the old lady shows them off, wishes them the best of luck, and their next request comes in a mission to the Natagomo Mountain, which I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I butchered it. Basically up to the mountain. And as they head up, it is very gloomy, and it's a scary forest. Zenitsu actually begins to freak out and refuses to join them. And that basically leads Inosuke and Tanjiro basically just to go up on their own, running into what seems to be various amounts of dead bodies, until they begin to stand up, seemingly on their own. What? Inosuke, they're still alive. I can see that, Tanjiro. And then Tanjiro kind of looks at him like, dude, like, I feel like you're doing this on purpose. You just butcher my name for no reason. Whatever. The demon must have some power to, like, control them with some strings from a distance. We need to find the source of where that demon is. Fine, I always gotta do everything. Yeah, whatever you say, Inosuke. Beast breathing. Found you, you stupid demon. Tanjiro, that way. Tanjiro, activating his Sharingan, can basically see through the forest and sees the demon heading over there, finding puppets that are like even stronger the closer they are to the demon, fighting these puppets, hopefully disconnecting them from the demon. And after he's able to do that through the use of his Sharingan, he's able to get to the demon, and mid-air Tanjiro looks at the demon ready to kill her, but then she opens her arms wide, seemingly wanting to die. And on a whim, like, he just puts his sword away and drops next to her. The demon is like, why? Why did you not kill me? I can see in your eyes, you don't want to do this. Tell me, who's forcing you to do this? She then explains the other demons in the forest, and Tanjiro tells her that if she tells him all she knows about Muzan, he will gift her something. She agrees and tells him that the person he speaks of, obviously not being able to say the name, is the most powerful. That even the Hashira wouldn't be able to kill him. That his blood alone provides demons with ungodly power. And that he himself can create demons. Tanjiro thinking to himself, he knew most of that, but some of it was definitely useful. Thank you, and as I said, let me give you this gift. Activating his Sharingan, putting the demon in a jutsu that basically allows her to live in some sort of dream-like place until she just dies in the dream, leading to her dying in the real world, obviously, but she then dies with a smile on her face. Tanjiro then meets up with Inosuke, searching the forest for the other demons, but then out of nowhere, Tanjiro is knocked into the sky, thrown hundreds of meters away, screaming to Inosuke, "Survive!" Looking in the distance, you can see this big hulking figure that's standing above Inosuke, just ready to, like, beat him down. And as he lands, he senses something and he activates his Sharingan immediately because of immediate danger, and he was right, the demon Rui was waiting for him. Dumb demon slayer, messing with my family. Now you must die. Realizing the situation he is in, Nezuko busts out the box to help Tanjiro. Nezuko! Thank you. Now let's beat this guy. Charging at him, Tanjiro is able to dodge every attack thrown his way, until Rui uses his blood demon art to slice him into pieces. Nezuko is just looking at Tanjiro's cut up body laying there on the ground, and she begins to shed a tear. And as Rui states and says, "Dumb demon slayer, messing with my family, thinking you could live? What a stupid sentiment." Out of nowhere, the reality that Rui was in begins to crumble. Wait, what is this? What is going on? Above him is Tanjiro. Water breathing. 10th form. Constant flux. What Rui thought happened was a lie. Tanjiro was able to trick him into thinking he had won. Instead, catching him off guard, slicing his head off. After cutting down Nezuko from Rui's strings, he smiles. We did it, Nezuko. One step closer to making you human. As Rui just began to get up. Neat trick. Neat trick. Luckily, I cut my own head off before you did. Tanjiro looked at him. There's no way. I know I killed you for sure. Tanjiro then gets ready basically to fight him again. And Nezuko and him both charge at him. Seemingly basically unharmed at this point, Tanjiro is able to maneuver pretty well and slice up like the strings that come his way. Until finally he's able to land a clean blow. But instead of just cutting off his head, he uses Nezuko and her newly awakened blood demon art, exploding blood, to basically draw attention from him, and he's able to cut down from his neck down toward his heart. In doing this, he wasn't able to detach anymore, and this allowed him to defeat him. Tanjiro, basically just super tired now, is like gasping. He's like, I haven't used water breathing that much in a long time. Well, I guess we did it this time, huh, Nezuko? As he sees Rui basically slowly disappear. And he looks at him and he begins to kind of look at Rui's eyes and look into what he's seen and what he's gone through. Rui was just some kid, but his family, he felt as if wasn't truly his family. Tanjiro, with some sort of guilt, basically says, Rui, I hope you can see your family in the afterlife. I really do. But I have my family to protect, or what's left of it at least, as Rui disappears. As he says this, well, after he congratulates and says, Nezuko, like, I got more blood, like, we're gonna be able to get you that cure. As he says this, a woman, a demon slayer, comes down and slices at Nezuko. What are you doing? That is my sister. No, honey, she's a demon. Tanjiro goes to attack her, but before he could, he realized Nezuko begins to collapse. What? What happened? I struck her with my poison. She will die. No, cure her. She's my sister. Nezuko then dies from the poison. I'm sorry, young demon slayer, but nothing. You killed her. You killed my sister. He begins to just like pulse with anger. Tanjiro's eyes begin to flash, flicker, and change into something different. As he hears the voice once again. Tanjiro, what you have unlocked is called the Mangekyo Sharingan. The only ones who have truly lost the people they love will gain it. Madara knew. You knew the whole time, didn't you? No, I didn't. I didn't know this would happen. But in this world, nothing is fair. Now what will you choose? Power to control this world? Or stay loyal to the Demon Slayer core that has killed your dear sister? I know which one he will choose. Sorry. I know which one he will choose, Muzan says. Muzan! Yes, Tanjiro, it's me. And I can grant you the power. Power that will go beyond what you currently have. Power beyond everything. I know what you want. To kill that Hashira. No. I don't want to kill that Hashira. I want to kill them all. Then join me, young Tanjiro. How would I even go about doing that, Muzan? Just one scratch, and you will be like me. No, stronger than me. Tanjiro begins to turn to Muzan and look at him. As the one of the Hashira by the name of Shinobu is just shocked. Muzan? This kid? It's like making a deal with the devil. Tanjiro walks over to him and gets slightly scratched on the neck. Basically just turning into a demon without any thought. He kills Shinobu. Now to be rid of all of them, Tanjiro. Tanjiro, what are you doing? Who's that? Tomioka? Tanjiro, this isn't you. You were supposed to be the one to stop them. I'm sorry, Tomioka, but this world doesn't deserve saving. It needs salvation. Activating his Susanoo, Tanjiro begins to hunt down all the Hashira. All of them except for Tomioka. He let him go numerous of occasions. He struck down all of them. Every single one. Until it was just the leader. Just him. He killed the Wind Hashira, the Flame Hashira, and also killed their master. Without hesitation. Muzan then tells Tanjiro. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped one. Okay. He said, basically, he's like, Tomioka, please. I don't want to kill you. Just join me. Help me create this new world. Muzan then tells Tanjiro, that will never happen. He'll never join us. Just kill him. Tomioka. Tomioka, please. Just join me. I don't want to have to do this. Tomioka then looks at Tanjiro. Look, Tanjiro. You don't have to do this either. You can stop all of this. You have the power to do so. Please. I'm sorry, Tomioka. Putting him under a genjutsu and letting him see life that he so wanted to have. Kind of like an infinite Tsukiyomi, you can say. Now, Tanjiro, to flush this entire world. An eerie slash can be heard from the distance. No, Muzan. My path to power is over. That means you are no longer needed. He crouches down to basically talk to Muzan. Rest well, Muzan, in the afterlife. Apologize to my family for me when you see them on your way down to hell. And that's where we end off. I know this is a little longer. If you look at my other videos, way shorter. And this one, I will say, in terms of the dialogue, wasn't as specific and ongoing, but I also didn't want this video to be 2 hours long. But I really hope you enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed making it. Again, shout out to Lettuce What Ifs for the thumbnail and for the idea. This was probably the most fun I've had on a What If out of the What Ifs I've done so far. Very interesting concept, and I hope you guys really enjoyed the way I went with it. And if I get enough requests for maybe an alternate ending, I might revisit this and do an alternate ending where he goes the other direction and he basically can save, and he basically just saves everybody, or maybe he stays on that path to good, like how Madara basically told him that choice. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoyed making this. This was fun. And if you could please leave a like and subscribe, it would mean the world to me. And comment down below any what if suggestions that you have in the future. And have an amazing day. Later.